Awesome, thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Alan Weiss. Thank you. So I don't want to cause any issues, but I'm an accountant, and I'm dyslexic. It's hard being a dyslexic accountant, but don't worry, it's not fraud unless there's intent. My boss, he comes up to me and says, "You're a workaholic, so that's why I do stand-up." And he also told me, "You're a nerd, but I don't agree." Okay, I've seen Star Wars, but I've never masturbated to it. I guess I have to stand backwards. I've never masturbated to it. But if I was to a fantasy, it would be to Microsoft Excel. Because I fantasize about getting a girl into my sheets. Be like, "Hey, Sydney, come over. I want to index match with you under my pivot table." So I work at a fashion company, and people, when they find out, they like to come up to me and complain, voice all their complaints. I was at this wedding, and this woman comes up to me and she says, "I hate men because you invented the bra and they suck." And I said, "First off, it was a woman. Her name was Mary Jacob Phelps. And second, if it was a man, it wouldn't exist." My boss likes to give me all the juicy gossip at work with the caveat I can't tell anyone. You know how hard it is to sit across the table from someone and know they slept with everybody in the office but you? So hard. I went to my therapist, and she said I was on Spectrum. And I was like, "How do you know?" She's like, "Your shoddy connection to people." She also said my love language is touch, but I don't like to be touched, except for one place. She also said I needed to be more social. So my cousin said he'd help me out. He threw a brunch, so I was like, "What should I bring?" He's like, "Bring the fluffiest pita you can find." So I was like, "Okay." So I went to Whole Foods. I was in the pita aisle, filling up all the pita. "Oh yeah, that one feels kind of hard. Oh yeah, that one feels kind of soft. Oh yeah, that one feels just right." And I was worried if someone saw me, they'd think I was a pedophile. So I dropped that therapist, didn't like her, and I decided to go see someone new. And this one is so difficult. She doesn't like the girls I date. She doesn't like my life decisions. I'm like, "Mom, stop it." My mom was like, "You need a date." So I got a date. I went on a first date. Not mine, my friend's. It was my friend, his date, and me at a table. And then he got up and left. So I slid right over. I said, "Hi, Steve." Excuse me. I said, "Hi, Lauren. My name is Alan. I'll be taking over for Steve while he's on break." And it was a little awkward when he came back because he had me come here just to give him a ride. And he's like, "What are you still here for?" I was like, "Do you need contraceptives?" "No, you don't, because you're an accountant. And accountants don't need contraceptives. They use their personality." And then I left. I try to be more social. And so to be more social, I go to the beach, and when I see a pretty girl, I go up to her and go, "You look gorgeous." And she always goes, "Oh, thank you so much." And then her boyfriend goes, "What did you say?" And I'm like, "I'm on Spectrum. Shoddy connection. You're breaking up. I hope. Please, break up." As you can, so being social is tough. And so I was like, "What do I do?" People are mean, they're nasty. I just want to be safe. So I decided I can join a gang of accountants. We'd be the debits and they'd be the credits. And we go around and jump people. We go, "You've just been reconciled." And then we'd run. Okay. that's all the old. That's that. So I'm gonna go some newer stuff. So I want to open up my own restaurant, but for the sole purpose of handing out fortune cookies. I want it where I want to mess with the people. So come in, the guy will come in, and there'll be a couple coming in. They'll be like crack, and the girl will go. The cookie will say, "Oh, you'll have luck in your future." And then the next one will be like, "Oh, you're gonna get lucky." And then the third one will be like, "Don't go home. Your wife knows." So I have a friend who's just extremely wealthy, and he sometimes makes me drive him home, and it's annoying. It's hard. I really don't like wealthy people. They brag, and so the first time I took him, we get off the freeway, and he's like, "See that building? I own it." And then the second time, a couple Ferraris drive by, and he's like, "Yeah, I own 3." And the third time, I was like, "Take an Uber." Someone, I can't see. Okay, so my mom, I got to be careful when I tell my mom I want something or I do something. She'll always buy me for like my birthday. So like I told my mom I learned how to cook, and she bought me a pasta maker. And I told my mom I tried paddleboarding, and she got me a paddleboard. But it doesn't work for everything. I told my mom I like porn. She didn't buy me any. It didn't work. Impressions. Here's my impression of Matthew McConaughey as an accountant. The thing I like about annuities is as I get older, they pay the same way. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's for you. I love this new term, body dysmorphia, where these guys are just want to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they can never believe that they're big enough. They get those veins in their neck, and they're just ripped. And those are all the guys at my gym. So to help them out, I stand next to them to make them look bigger. Except in the shower. Let's see. I don't know what that's. I can never read my handwriting. It's the worst.
I know it.
I wanted to go over superstitions, but I don't remember what I was going to write. So I think superstitions are funny because, like you have guys at games who go like, "Oh, I need to get these new socks. Because if I don't wear those socks, the other team's going to win," right? And I always think it's funny because there's probably someone on the other team, other side, also saying, "I need to wear these socks and I'd lose." So I go like, isn't it an offset? It's like when the players go and they run to the end zone and they pray, and then the other team runs to the end zone and they pray. Like, isn't it an offset? It's like God has to decide which one he likes better. I mean, it seems silly. But anyway, my name is Alan Weiss. Thank you very much.
Yay! I'm sorry, I hope I didn't break your tape.
Oh, no, it's fine.